almost already ECS, but this is coming into it now. The grand final has been a 5-day tournament here at StarLadder, but it all leads to this moment. We're going to kick things off at Cash. NIP versus G2. And it will be G2 starting on the CT side. NIP, 4 sets of armor, Freiberg with a smoke and flashbang. No fast B play coming in, which has been pretty traditional so far, and it kicks off straight away. Scream fighting towards middle, and Freiberg being boosted up with Exist as well.
5 players in middle from G2. 5 players on the other side of the garage from NIP, and this is exactly what they did a year ago against them at StarLadder. They double boosted up early on. They caught NIP trying to execute. And it could be a problem again. Remember, that was the Alu iteration, not Michaelele, but it is going to be Body going in for 1 and down as with RPK, and NIP explodes over the drop zone. Exist with 2, Exist with 3. Shocks falls and Scream's gone. NIP, they strike first.
You can tell it's a grand final, Matthew. The rulebook has been thrown out the window. 5 CTs towards middle. You can see NIP were almost expecting that. It was a weird boost situation for the CTs. You see them jumping up, not quite able to make it up, and then the head was spotted, and all hell broke loose there. Exciting way to kick things off.
Sit back and not take checker, just go aggressive and see if they can catch off Get Right.
Well, yeah, 3 players stacked towards the B side for G2. At this point, it looks like an A-sided attack. And this CT's as well pushing into A before us. He's coming with that AWP, looking for the first pick. The flashbang drops, and both kills coming in for NIP. Very efficient stuff from them, completely taking over the A-side. And at this point, getting in there, still using the smoke. You can see they're treating this like a gun round. Oh, okay.
Double. That's actually really nice from Shocks. And just as you mentioned, efficiency, they did double smoke toward Highway, so a slight miscommunication on Michaelele coming out of the door. Leaves a gap behind the site, which means Shocks has a chance to try and push in toward Quad with that Deagle, but they are down, and Forrest through the smoke. He's got Shocks.
Yep, he's getting pumped up. It's what we like to see from Forrest. 3 kills for him this round. The point I'm trying to make is that they're treating this like gun round. They don't want to give anything away. Don't risk a single thing. It's a little bit of a mistake with the double smoke, but still didn't really matter too much getting into there. Shocks into 1-1 dig, but doesn't get much more than that. So 5-0 here for the Ninjas. Maximum loss bonus for the CTs. They do have the option to get the AWPs out now, of course. I'm sure that's what we'll see. Potential for 2 orbs. We saw how strong that could be with Shocked and sacked by Michael. He actually takes a little bit of damage there, but comes out on top. There's still a minute remaining as well. G2 need to react to this. Shock's trying to do what he can. Will be flashed in. Finds nothing for it, though. Fact is, he knows and potentially not coming towards A at this point. He can hold towards lockers. The team can rotate and maybe gamble towards B. Freiberg with the mid control. Smokes have been deployed, and Shocks, he knows they may be aware that he's here. 30 seconds, the next move will be their last.
Immediate Molotov out behind the box. It's Freiberg, though, to pull back against Spotty, who found Get Right. Scream, he's here early this time, so RPK getting a kill on Freiberg. This is starting to look better for G2, even though it's a 3 versus 3 take on to B, but a shot coming in. Again, it's Body. Now RPK, he's got 2 in the rotation coming around. There's nowhere for Forrest to go, but he's got 2 kills back. Nowhere to go but into the action, and he's found it. He's got bomb planted. Shocks coming in from B main, and he's timed it, Forrest. But Shocks is finally going to give G2 a round.
Finally, it's not the cleanest. After losing that first frag as well, RPK had to work so hard, known to being good, a solid anchor towards these sort of positions. Yeah, he needs something to pick up at this point. Let's just win the round first. Can't see the AWP about, but oh my God. It looked like...
And once again out toward door. It's going to be Forrest, which leaves Michaelele on the op, so they've switched that up on the T side as well.
We'll see what happens here. This is quite nice when you know that the double orbs are saved as well, doing those set pieces towards A. It's actually fantastic, but look at this push coming in. It's going to be the A-side attack, but Smiths hits the first shot.
Underneath the arm, and he misses twice. It gives actually a Deagle shot to Michaelele, and that reverse boost, Get Right doesn't stick around. He doesn't need to. He needs to go support A as they lost a man on the way through, so the lurk play doesn't amount to much, nor the CT side boost as Forrest is going to find out RPK. It's Michaelele again. Remember, on this AWP, they switched it up, and so far, each of them have found a kill in the new role. The change of pace. Double smokes out toward Highway. Fast peek out from Forrest, but Shocks and Body have kills in return. It's a 2 versus 2, and Get Right. He's in the corner, but Michaelele's hit Shocks up close, and Michaelele's got Body down as well.
Michael has been stepping up all tournament. He delivers again in this 2-on-2 situation, takes down the final 2 kills. But what perfect calling we've seen so far from Exist. He knows the double ults have been saved. He wants to do something a little bit more tactical, take them out of the equation there. And you can see Smiths was left alone on the A bomb site. Hits 1 shot, but then completely...
Teammates already on Highway. It's a push toward Quad. Shocks. He's got a gap inside of that flame, though, and the flash mistimed. Get Right. Can't see anything when he goes over the top. That's going to cost him his life. Smiths back out the door. Shocks. He nearly lines them. And Smiths, he's still in this position, the flash out, but he's being watched by Michaelele, who nearly puts the shot into him, but has to fade away from it. Comes back around, and Michael with 1. Scream still there, though. It's Forrest down. And a 2 versus 2, low HP. That nade, it's going to land almost right on top of him, and Michaelele goes to 8. I thought that was going to take him all the way down. I was a bit confused for a minute. But Michaelele gets bomb planted. That's the important part. Manages to cross over and keep himself alive as well. But they now know both players are toward quad position. That's going to make things so awkward. Dodging the flash, and it's Exist to take body. They know where Scream is. 100 HP versus 60 on the two players combined for NIP, and he's going to clock out. He's got Exist, but Michaelele holds the angle, and he's got the round back for NIP. 2 in a row, and money is gone again on the G2 side.
Big round there for NIP. That fast AX queue where they get the mid control as well. You can see how stifling it is for the CTs. They've got no vision. If you're on the A bomb site, the terrorists actually focusing towards CT spawn, getting any rotators.
With 2 quick kills on these pistols, Michaelele pulls 1 back with the AWP. Back toward the white truck. He's going to hold the angle as well as Forrest tries to get back in mid, but another missed shot, and Shocks capitalizes with the picked up M4. Exist will pull him back, walking out late. It's just Scream 1 versus 2 to try and keep the map alive for G2. Bomb does get planted. Exist, he's got a kid, as does Michaelele, but he's only got 8 HP to work with, and Michaelele's going to have both a smoke flash to work inside the site. The flash will go now. Catches Scream in its entirety, but as we see from the Tracer, it came from a long way back. They won't be able to capitalize, and Scream's position in this is not too bad. To get up on top of Catwalk late like this, however, Exist, if he walks across the front of the site and doesn't see him, it should give away where he is. Exactly that. No! Snaps back, the low HP haunts him, and Scream! He's going to pull the round back! Exist missing the spray, and just like that, G2 get the round away.
Pretty much the only way he could have won that as well. Like he said, a decent position. Has the trigger discipline for just long as well as nothing. I thought Exist had him dead to rights there, but apparently not. They can't finish it off. There's going to be... I'll be interested to see where Michael decides to go. We know he does have that flashy potential. Goes towards middle for now.
There is value, though, as I mentioned, in G2, dragging this affair on as long as possible because it slows down that overconfidence. Well, I wouldn't say overconfidence, but that confidence that NIP has, that momentum that's in them. If they just closed this out immediately, they would have been so hyped, walked out of the booths, been ready to go for the next game. Now you can kind of see the expressions. They just have to sit and wait, and it kind of takes a little bit of the sting off for G2, but also the poison out of NIP's sting in general.
Obviously, it's going to help them like kind of warm up as well, get into the swing of things properly in the grand final. Can be some nerves there going into these ones, but Freiburg finds the first kill. Scream answers straight away, though. 4 on 4. Exist doing what he can with the AK. Apparently, he finds 2 kills out of nowhere. This could be it. 4 on 2 and body. He goes down as well. Exist going absolutely ham right now. Just RPK left in a 4 on 1.
And he's going to be found by Get Right. It's going to be an IP. They do close it out while G2 still stuck on single digits. 16-7, a convincing cash game from them. And we know why they picked it. Like we said, Pro League, they've played it, I think, 6 times already this year, and they've won every one of them. So very impressive stuff.
Maybe he finds an opportunity just to land that initial shot. No utility budgets at all. 4 sets of armor and the Screamed Eagle.
Exist just spotting out toward Monster as well. And if he gets a little bit too confident thinking no one's there, he could walk into a world of problems as that decoy is finally going to explode in G2. They're going to do the same in return as a unit onto the B site. It's Exist that has to fall back. He's got the ramp, he's got the headshot potential, but he in turn is taking damage and take down to 6 HP. Gooch down, rather. No head armor, obviously, but RPK and Smiths have got the kills. It's Get Right, at least from jungle. He's got a wide angle to hold. Shocks, he's made it through the pit onto the other side behind the wood, but he himself is on 5. Smiths 29. But as Smiths goes down to Get Right, it's still the man advantage for G2's side, and that third member can just be used for information. Body's going to get both kills.
Lovely stuff there from G2. That's a start they wanted. Didn't get it in the first map, but always known for their simple and assertive pistol rounds there. You see them going towards B, holding up at the start for any sort of initial CT push there. They get towards B, and it can't land the first headshot to CTs. He can't actually get the Smiths, which he will be. MP7, the final kill. 2-0. It should be the full eco going in next. I guess NIP didn't get armor in the previous round, so they could get a few PT50s into this one. Won't be a complete full eco. But still, G2, with the start they wanted, they were unable to get in that first map.
Yeah, and that's a big thing because it's their map choice, and we talked about momentum. Them getting an early start, very important in that regard. That's the shot you liked at Scream, from Scream rather. And speaking of, he and RPK will lead the charge toward the B site. Fast play, stack up from NIP, but it's taken down immediately. Scream with 2, RPK with 1, and NIP do considerable damage on the way through with the nade that was thrown at Monster, and 2 kills now onto RPK and body. but they're inside of the site. It's just Michaelele remaining, and his head gets absolutely torn off. We said the star players need to step up.
Yep.
Scream has 7 kills over the last 2 rounds. Now, again, they're against pistols, but it's the accuracy by which he's doing it with that's what we're looking at.
That's scary, the kind of shot he's getting in there. There's one tap. He's getting in the zone now. That's what he's so...
Kills over the last 2 rounds. Now, again, they're against pistols, but it's the accuracy by which he's doing it with that's what we're looking at.
That's scary, the kind of shot he's getting in there. There's one tap. He's getting in the zone now. That's what he's so well known for. And once he gets in that kind of area, that's when he can be his most formidable. No AWP for NIP going to that first game, which is surprising considering quite a modest second round. There'll be 5 rifles here. Michaelele was the main AWP for sure when we saw this map versus Godsend. This one actually had a really impressive performance. Scream straight through the smoke here, looking for the first kill. It's going to be 4 players joining him as well. Exist was well cut out for him.
Double flash back into the site to give Freiburg vision. That's going to work. He's got 2 kills out of it. Bombs down. Get right spots it. And Body and Shocks need to find the way back toward the top of the site. It's Shocks versus 4. And he's already being tagged down. 56 HP. Get right wraps around. Then NIP very impressively hold the site. They don't even get anywhere near a plant.
Freiburg with 3 kills as well. That Exist-Freiburg partnership on the B site has been really impressive this weekend. They've been stepping up every single time. Normally, against the slower plays, reading really well. This is a full rush. With Scream leading the charge through the smoke as well. I thought they've got long, they've got short, they've got smokes available as well. They could do the full execute and actually push NIP back towards Bank and to the CT spawn as well. This is perfect, considering the time available as well. The only downside is Shocks is low HP. Michaelele sat behind Optimus. Knows it's coming, they can detect it as well. They start to drop their utility and try and hold them off as long as possible.
Michaelele using the slight gap behind the exhaust pipe. The smoke's waiting, G2 inside of them with 33 seconds to work with. It's going to be the A hit. And already they're fading slightly off of the B site for an early rotation. There's 3 players here to slow this down. Forrest being one of them. He's going to have to swing wide on this APC, but he's got to watch out for flashes. He does it successfully as Get Right starts it off. He finishes it. And it's Smiths to find one back, but Get Right and Forrest have a crossfire set that is well established. Finally, Get Right will go down to the AWP, but Forrest has danced back to the left of the boxes, and he is going to close out the round himself.
Forrest stepping up once again. 4 kills for him, holding strong behind that APC area as well. You could see NIP knew they were in a back position considering that the full execution was coming in, but they dropped the incendiaries perfect, waiting for the flashbangs from the teammates as well, and he just steps up, nails every shot he has to as well.
Duration, but essentially is just shallow of being popped on a screen. Remember, it's dictated based on how far your crosshair is from where it goes off, so he did have to fade away from that with the preemptive strike, and Shocks gets the kill on Forrest as a result. That's one of the AWPs down. That means the rifle of Get Right is going to be essential on holding off G2. They check the corner. Now they can focus within the depths of the site itself as Get Right transfers back over. It was a smoke, not a flash. That gives away his position. Now he's pushed even further back toward these stairs. They're staring him down. It's an AWP from Smiths that's going to greet him when he goes for the repeak, and now they're also watching off to Michaelele, but he's pulled off one. Exist has got the other, and Michaelele's still in behind that truck position. He's got a second. This time he might get the 3 lays. He's all there. And Michaelele is absolutely on fire once again on Overpass. We said he was the resurgence to this team, and it's 4 kills for Michaelele.
Stepping up again on Overpass. It was G2 with a fantastic depot to kick things off. They got the map control towards bathrooms, killed Forrest as well. Michaelele falls back. Looked like he was in a horrible position towards Optimus, but he lands that first shot just peaking at the perfect time. That was the one that secured the round. The time was ticking away. The bomb's down in a horrible position.
Worked for them in that sense, but right now let's get things underway. Let's focus on where we are, because I don't want to count the chickens before they hatch. It's 9-6, and a pistol for G2 could put it at 9-9 pretty quickly if there's no plant, especially for NIP.
Yep, a lot lies in this pistol here. G2 desperately want to pick this up just to get the high back in their court, and they've got 2 players along for now, but the majority of NIP towards middle. Forest, like I said, with that P250, looking for the first shot, but this time Smith stepping up, nails the headshot towards long.
Forest on pistols. It still hasn't returned to its old form. We've seen glimmers of it, but this time Smith's bests him with that USP. And from a range, you'd expect that to work out, but it's Get Right that's going to pull it back. And now they've got the A site to work with. Smokes out covering between the default and the truck, and over the top of the box, it's Michaelele. It's Freiburg. Get Right's gone down, but they've got kills. They've got the flank covered off. Shocks is going to arrive, but he's got every kill required. Shocks has everything over the top and between the smoke, and now it's the defuse for G2. So we are looking at an early buy potentially for NIP off the plant, but 2 rounds potentially on the bounce for G2 as well.
The players are moving on my screen.
Oh no, not again.
We've got a problem.
See more of that from Smiths again. Another resurgence, another storyline in this tournament has been Smiths. We talk about Shocks playing good. Well, Smiths, he's been no slouch throughout the course of this event. I think it's been his best event in a long time on the AWP.
It's probably true. Well, 45 seconds remaining. And IP with a chance to get that first kill. It's Get Right spraying towards Monster Tunnel body. Just so that UMP does go down to 12 HP, and we've got 2 smokes remaining, 35 seconds. There will have to be a big commitment. The flash comes in, the contact play for an IP, trying to use the range to their advantage. This first kill is going to be very important indeed.
Michael late smoke, but it's there toward the catwalk. That's going to allow Forrest to push up with bomb in hand. He's got to try and get to the default plant. They've got to hold off RPK. Good shot through the smoke. Good read from Michael spotting the tracers. But Smiths, he's got a shot from the window on the AWP. That's going to allow Shocks to get closer. Forrest says absolutely not. And bye-bye to Scream as well at the same hands. He's a murderer, Forrest, but he's getting rounds for an IP. That's all that matters. It's 10-8.
Good round from an IP. We did expect it to go in their favor. Like I said, it was interesting to go 5 SMGs. So many opportunities for kills. It does a lot of damage, and Get Right's waiting to pick up the pieces.
And it almost works out in. Oh, that spray!
It hits him.
So close. Body's on 4. Finally, Get Right catches him. I was going to say it slowed him down, and Get Right couldn't find the kill because he stopped moving, but it works for NIP. An awkward exchange toward RPK as well. He's lucky to get away from that because the headshot lineup was there. 30 seconds. And Bomb is in front of B. Look at the flank coming around again. Scream one out toward Long to try and give up A. They're trying to pinch to them and stack up sights, but it's Get Right. He's got RPK down. A 2-man advantage, but it's always threatening when you see Shocks in a position like this. Tries to line it up, does do damage onto Forrest. It's going to bring Smiths with the AWP into a close proximity, but that gives Exist and Michael the kills, and NIP. They're going to tie this immediately back up unless Scream can do something absolutely horrific.
Oh, he's in a good
position. He's prolific. He's got one already over to the AWP, but Get Right closes the round, and it's 3 for him overall.
It's going to be an eco for G2 as well. Aggressive play from the CTs there. Didn't have the best buy. I said they were limited with utility and kits as well. They're trying to push off towards short. Freiburg opens the door, spots 2. Can't for information 2. CD's committed towards long A. RPK needs to make something happen here. He actually gets in a similar position to where Scream was as well. But Freiburg, he steps up. He gets the second kill. Now it's a 4-on-3.
And Get Right down. But we got to push onto a solo body. Good damage into Freiburg, and he's closed it out. Pulls it back, lovely stuff, and he's going to switch to the AWP body. We often see him pick this up late in rounds, but he's usually fairly decent with it in these situations. Unfortunately, flashed off already. Watch a fast flank coming in from G2. They're already in construction. Bombs going in. Smoke,
oh, no!
He doesn't cover, but a missed shot. Smiths, oh, he's missed 2! It's a huge problem, and NIP isn't enough because Michael pulls back the kill that came in from Scream. Body's not done yet, though. He's gone back to the M4, and it's Michael versus 2. Michael spots them jumping over. They're both caught in a double peek. G2. They'll save it, but my God, that was awkward from Smiths.
Smiths doesn't pick up a single kill. Their body has to do all the work. Smiths, easy shots to be fair. The bomber was in front of him, and that was tantalizingly close. Freiburg doing the initial work there. The bomb goes down towards B.
We're underway. Here we go. G2 continuing on the CT side with the single op setup. It's a double. It is Michael back without Forrest on his own. It's both of them this time. Never mind switching back and forth. And Michael scouting toward, I suppose it's confusing when I say scouting. He's probing toward Monster Tunnel with his AWP.
Well, there we go then. A full default for sure from an IP. 2B, 1 connector, 2 making their way towards long, but it's an aggressive setup from the CTs. You can see Scream. He set up towards long. Smiths with the AWP backing him up as well. A pretty deadly duo. Smiths, the idea, he fires 1 shot. Scream will pounce at that point.
Forrest has it, Scream. You said he would pounce. That flash doesn't work, and Forrest has an elongated angle, so it never reached him, and he had the shot, and the second on his Smiths. Not only that, the second AWP, Nip's gone for a double up. They've got 3 kills with it. Michael taking down body on the B site.
Lovely work so far by these AWPs, proving to be a reliable investment. RPK pushes short, 5-on-2, they might as well go for it. We said money wasn't really an issue in this setup. And NIP with this patience, they've got 35 seconds. RPK could do something about this though. If he drops the bomb towards short.
I would say until about the 50-second mark for NIP, and that's when and we're already seeing it. Exist going back to grab that bomb, they start to make the decision.
4-on-4, tension mounting now. We hit the 1-minute mark, and NIP still have 3 smokes and 3 Molotovs there. A full execution against 4 players on CT could be tremendous for them. The other 2 CDs pretty far away from the situation as well. Looked like it will be a B play. They love the contact situation, and Michael looking to make something happen there as he edges up towards short of the AWP. RPK close range though. Perfect position to counter.
He's going to have to go quickly. Michael-Lele's AWP is already in place. He's blinded up. RBK surely has the kill. It's an easy one, but Freiburg is there as he overextends, and that's going to allow the wraparound in from Monster. Scream down to Freiburg as well. The entrances from Freiburg, again, continue to wreak havoc, but Body's actually taking a very good position in this. He snuck up short.
Oh!
Freiburg's ready for it. I thought for sure he'd be watching doors. He left the site with 2 teammates especially there, and he's got the awareness. Freiburg's back. NIP seemingly are as well, because they're about to steal the second round of a terrorist campaign. In overtime, out of the 3, they'll go 2-1 on the attacking side. Exist closing in against Smiths.
Freiburg, what was that about?
He's had on this CT side.
Bomb still down at this point. They want to be getting another kill here. They know they can't really plant. There's a backstab coming in from Connector though. They're trying to pincer these last 2 terrorist players. Bomb recovered. The plant will come in momentarily. That will be the cue to NIP to make their move.
Molotov to ensure that that late player Get Right can't come in as quickly as to deny the plant. And Body's going to wait this out in water. He's going to try and just sit and hope that they overlook that position. It's not common in a post plant when you're down on a man. Maybe if you've got 5 or 4 up, but it's Scream to start it off. The headshot toward Forest. It's going to mean Get Right has to come up from the sandbags. They read the timing, but Get Right's done the damage. He's holding the spray. It's awkward. It's back and forth. Michael-Lele's caught coming out of the window. He never anticipated Body's position. It works for him. And now they've got the advantage. It's double overtime. We are not done, and thank God, because this is incredible Counter-Strike.
Unbelievable rounds here. Freiburg, he finds 3 kills in the fast B play. We thought that'd be enough. The bomb down in a horrible situation as well. It's Get Right coming for the pincer. The bomb plants. GT doing everything they can to stay alive here. Getting through by the skin of their teeth. Scream nails a shot in heaven, and Body finishes things off.
And all it is to make sure they have 2 players facing at the same time if anyone rounds that corner, to make sure they've got the damage advantage. We never really did see that push toward the park bench from Michael-Lele, but this time he'll be passive-aggressive in the sense that he is pushed up slightly inside of the bathrooms, but not doing anything flashy or remarkable, just holding the angle.
Once again, no encounter to start the round, but it will be a B execute by the looks of things. Maybe a simple one. Scream loves walking these positions and Exist. It's going to be tested right now.
And in the first half, this is where Exist struggled. He was late to get on the board. This time Molotov out. It's going to pull Freiburg over. They've got 3 players here. Freiburg's managed to burn one. Thankfully, Get Right's burned the other. They've stacked the Molotovs. As NIP and Exist on low HP is going to pull around back, but it's Scream and Body finding kills in return. It's a 2 versus 2. And Forest! He's late on the lurk, but he goes berserk. He's got 2 kills, and it's NIP on championship point again.
The Body's just burning to a crisp on the bomb site. I thought G2 had that round tied up. It looked like a perfect execution, but we know NIP on the CD side especially, so good at saving that incendiary for the right moment there. Exist dropped one, so does Get Right. 4-1-3 now, still opportunities for G2 to work with. Smiths and Scream have gone down though. They're the ones opening up the map, to be fair. So what's the play from here? 2 smokes available. Shocks trying to sell something towards B. He's by himself. His teammates are actually on the bathrooms at the A side, so he's trying to find a frag. His Molotov's out for now, actually, so he'll edge in, but he should be almost certainly dead, which it is. It's going to be Freiburg finding the kill. 4-on-2. It doesn't cause the rotation to Get Right. Easy kills for him coming in.
One. And oh, the wrong way. He reads it wrong. He expects long. He gives Body the kill in return, but it is a 1-on-3. And 7 seconds. He commits to the plant. They'll allow it to happen. Money not a factor. You don't need to force that issue. And that actually might allow him to line them up, you know, though. Michael-Lele, he goes in on his own. There's no crossfire setup. There's no trade potential. It's down to a 1 versus 2. And they've got to wait for Exist to go on the flank. He gets caught up inside of the smoke. Body, he's got a 1-on-3. He sprays into the flash. But he can't quite close it. Freiburg just holds on.
You saw the sigh of relief there from Michael-Lele. Oh, goodness. 1-on-3, and Body does the perfect movement there to even find those first few kills, and he can't get the last one. Freiburg takes him down.
Cover off most of Catwalk, but not quite the elevation required and the gap, and I think they called it was missed because they put in additional ones, but are they going to sell on this? Are they realized that they've messed up the execution enough to try and fall back? There's 27 seconds. There's not a lot of time, and with Michael-Lele inside Monster, that answers our question. They're going to go. Flash out perfectly timed, though. Body, he's not going to peek it. He's going to get stuck in on these flames, but he's got the lineup towards Exist, who finds the headshot in reverse. It's just 3 to go, but They are still down for Iberg after all of this, and RPK's got decent position. Watch as well the play coming in from the stairwell. Bomb is planted by the pillar, open to the sandbags. And Shox, he'll start it off. Forrest getting the kill. Shox going to round the corner and find Get Right, who's not aware yet. But there is a follow-up potential for Exist.
Oh.
The pistol won't do it for Shox. It's RPK versus 2, and it's NIP on the reunion, on the brink of stealing the Star Series championship in 2 straight maps. There's
kits.
no kid either. 10 seconds,
What?
he baits it out, and it exists! It's NIP! And they've done it in 2. 2 maps, 2 overtimes, and a clean sweep for the second one as the Swedes. First time back with Michael Illy, and my God, do you ever want that to keep being a thing?